Hi everyone, this is Roxoverse. Welcome to new video. Every time we hear about a flight emergency, like the recent incident in Ahmedabad, one question pops up in many minds. Why don't passengers have parachutes? It feels like a simple fix for safety, but it's not. Movies and survival stories often make parachutes look like life-saving essentials. But commercial aviation works differently. At 35,000 feet, the reality is far more complex and dangerous. At cruising altitude, the air is freezing, often around -50 degrees Celsius, and there's very little oxygen. Passengers without special training and equipment wouldn't survive a jump. Even more crucial, commercial planes fly at nearly 900 kilometers per hour. Jumping from that speed isn't just dangerous, it's nearly impossible to survive. Commercial airplanes are not equipped with individual passenger parachutes due to several practical and safety-related factors. High altitude and speed make exiting a plane safely with a parachute extremely difficult. And the lack of training and specialized equipment among passengers would likely lead to more harm than good. Additionally, the weight and space requirements of individual parachutes would be significant, and the presence of them could create unnecessary anxiety among passengers. Here's a more detailed look at the reasons: altitude and speed. Commercial aircraft fly at high altitudes and speeds, making exiting a plane safely with a parachute extremely challenging. The thin air and high speeds would require specialized training and oxygen equipment, which are not typically available to passengers. Lack of training and equipment. Most passengers are not trained in skydiving or parachute deployment and would likely not know how to safely use a parachute in an emergency situation. Weight and space. Parachutes are heavy, and adding them to every seat would significantly increase the aircraft's weight, reducing its payload capacity. The space required for parachutes would also be substantial. Safety concerns. The presence of parachutes could create unnecessary anxiety among passengers, leading them to believe that crashes are more common than they are. In reality, commercial air travel is one of the safest modes of transportation. Practicality. Exiting a plane in a crash situation is often not possible, as the aircraft may be severely damaged or experiencing extreme G-forces. Alternative safety measures. Commercial airlines employ various safety measures, including multiple redundant systems, rigorous pilot training, and emergency protocols, which are more effective than individual parachutes in ensuring passenger safety.